Grammy Award winner, Victoria Monét.
Yes!
We have been waiting for you for so long.
Thank
you for making time and stopping by today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited.
Happy to be here.
Okay, wait. So who's watching Hazel, your daughter, right now?
Her daddy.
Okay.
She with her daddy. And she also has a really amazing nanny who spends a lot of her time teaching Hazel Spanish and watching her. So she's in really great hands. And she's also in school. So she's like, she's out and about. Yeah.
How does she like school?
At first she hated it. Okay. And I also hated it because I was like, did we make a mistake leaving her with these people? I don't even know these people.
Yeah. Wait, so how old was she when you enrolled her in school?
2. So it was like, it's like preschool, I guess. But she's so smart that I was like, she needs, on top of social skills, because she's a pandemic baby, she was like anti-everybody. So she needed the social skills, but she also just needed to reinforce what she was learning at home. Yeah. Like with a professional, you know?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, so it was good.
So how hard was that for you? And I'm learning, by the way, I'm taking notes from you. I'm a mom. Katrina's a mom.
Oh my
I have a
God,
toddler. She just turned 2. Thank you.
Ooh.
So
how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
By a hair thread.
Yeah,
right?
and here we are. So what did you do to get yourself prepared for that moment when you were going to enroll her in school?
There's the only way to do it is like jumping in a pool. You just have to go. Oof. You can't really ease in because even when I went there, the teachers were like coaching me through it. They were like, you got to leave now. Because she's going to have to be on her own. Like, it's normal for them to cry. Like, it's normal for them to reach out to you, but you have to like just go. And so I didn't for a little while. And I sat outside the school for like 30 minutes, like crying, like wondering if I did the right thing. And I was like, I know what to do. She needs her mini blanket. Yeah. I should bring that back inside. So I tried that and I went back inside to give her her blankie. And they were like, we'll give it to her. I was like, no, I want to see. It was like, it felt like Romeo and Juliet, just like, we don't want to part.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard. It's really hard. Ooh. It's hard because you're still, it's like they're in you for so long. It sounds so crazy, but they're in you and a part of you. And then like for the first 10 months, it's like, they've only been outside of you for just as long as they're in you. And then you have to get used to that process. It's like, it's too much. But now she's like, bye, Mom.
Oh, no.
See you later. I know. They're like, I want to see my friend.
How do you feel like motherhood changed you?
I think it put a battery in my back because it's not just me anymore. And some things that you can handle yourself and like you can deal with not having. When you love someone, you're like, I can deal with that, but no, they deserve better. So let me just make the lifestyle for them that they deserve. And like, you want to make them proud and provide. There's just so many things that happen in your like your hormones and your genetic makeup. I feel like it literally changes and you go into like Jaguar. You're like, I am a fierce like big cat, and I need to protect my cubs, and like it just becomes instinct.
So
know?
Was that inspired? Is that how the name came about? Like just in general, like
Jaguar?
Or was that always in you and it just kind of manifested later after having Hazel?
Well, Jaguar was actually, I put Jaguar 1 out before she was born, but I was pregnant, but I named it long before that. And it was signifying my journey in the music industry I'm referring to a melanated jaguar, which is very easily camouflaged in the darkness because of its skin color. And in a lot of ways, I felt like that in the music industry, where I was just like in the background, in the bushes, and like it was time to pounce and like bite down and get what I want. And so the name of the album just kind of manifested into the reality that I was existing in and applies to motherhood too.
That's right.
It just keeps applying to my life. And I think a lot of women and people in general, like the underdog mentality where you just transform.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you've manifested in general, not just like that, but you also talked about winning a Grammy. What was that, 11 years ago? The tweet. The tweet.
Yes.
You posted it.
Yeah.
Now, it's framed at this point, but you called it years ago.
Yes. And you know, I was lucky enough to make it to that point. I think a lot of us have goals and a lot of us have things we want to do. And it just takes the determination and the patience to get to those things. You know, sometimes people give up right before they're about to hit gold. And like, it is a gamble. It's like, you know, if you've been to Vegas, you're like, let me just keep trying because I might win big. And, you know, there are those times where you win everything that you spent back plus so much more. And sometimes you just don't make it. So it is always like a gamble of timing, manifestations, luck, hard work. There's all these things that have to come together to make sure your dreams become a reality. But it just mostly matters that you're doing what you love and enjoying the process.
Yeah.
And so that's what I kind of had to lean on for a lot of the years where shit wasn't popping.
Yeah.
Know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you manifesting now? Because I feel like you're so good at this. I'm gonna have you start manifesting for me too.
We can do it together. We can do it. Make a notebook,
Yes.
a joint notes. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Well, honestly, I think a lot of my journey is about my place as a mom and what I saw my mom accomplish and how I was so proud of her. And I want to make that same statement with Hazel and everything I'm doing, and for her to understand the time away that I've spent was for her greater good and for mine and me just being persistent with my dreams. Literally, I want to manifest a lead role in a movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I think it should be a comedy.
I love
want to
this
be
idea.
silly. I want to be on SNL.
Ooh.
For sure. What's up, SNL?
Right.
I want more Grammys for sure.
Yeah. More?
Yeah.
I mean, you're racking them up.
You know, but well, my original goals list at the time was like based on Kanye. I think at the time I wrote my goals list, he might have had 16 Grammys. Mm-hmm. So I put 16. So now I'm just like, well, I guess I should just stick to that number. Once I get there, then, you know, grow it. But a book, I want to write a children's book.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Can you do this? Wait,
Yes.
You know what? When we're done, I got to get your info because my husband and I wrote a children's book.
You did?
And we must send you. Yeah, it's about to come out. Oh my gosh,
Oh my
you're so
God,
crazy. We're
congratulations.
manifesting. And you
Yes.
need to write one. And
Yes.
I will be right there buying it for our daughter and
It's
everything.
actually, candidly, it's actually in the works. So it could be as soon as next year.
Let's go.
It's just like, you know, I'm learning about the process of like publishing houses and the time it takes to like
It's long.
Yeah, I didn't
Very
realize.
long.
Yeah, because I wrote the book in 2020. So
Stop.
Yeah. So then like, you know, the way that they, you know, work with animators and
Right.
it's just
It's a
like
long
a different process. So it definitely takes time. But congratulations
Thank
to you and your book. I
Yeah.
want to read it.
It's exciting. It's called We Are Free, You and Me by Colin Kaepernick and myself. So
Yes.
it's exciting.
Oh my God.
It's inspired by our nonprofit Know Your Rights camp, and it is a children's book. And we're so excited, but it's different. Like when you become a parent,
Yeah.
it's different, you know?
Yes,
And so
you can't explain it, right?
You
It's like
can't.
intangible, but when you experience it, you're like, me and you just see eye
we
to eye.
connect differently. And
Yeah.
I just talked to Katrina about this. Like, can you have friends who aren't parents?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you able to have friends, like your friends' friends,
Yeah.
that aren't parents? Like, do you still find a common ground with them?
Yeah, I mean, Hazel's got gay uncles. She's got people around her that really care about her, that have, you know, had a hand in raising her, because there's a lot of people in my life that are around.
Right.
And so I think the love grows within your village.
For sure.
So you can have friends, but they have to be a particular type of goal-oriented friend that's not pulling from you, and understand when you need your free time, it's not necessarily allotted to our friendship first. The first priority is the child. So it's a very understanding group of friends, and it kind of weeds out who's real and who's fake so fast, right?
So quick. I have never seen so much change in my life.
People just fall off.
Until I had a baby.
Yep.
And it was like, I felt like people wanted to spend more time with me after I had a baby. And I was like, yo, where was all this energy before?
When I had the time.
Yeah. Or maybe I'm just so sensitive at this point, you know, like it's such a lifestyle change.
Right.
You can't be spontaneous like you used to. That's what I miss the most.
Yeah.
Because you have responsibilities.
Right. But do you feel like after you had your baby, you appreciated the friends who also had kids more, because you realized how much effort it took for them to get to where you asked them to come?
Yes.
Yeah.
I took it for granted.
Yeah.
I actually feel selfish.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, you had to get a nanny, or you had to like put your infant in the car seat and like breastfeed and stuff when I asked you to come to this dinner. Like, you did so much to show up for me. So I appreciate the friends that already had babies that were available for me during our friendship, that now we see eye to eye, and I respect so much.
Absolutely.
So thankful.
Were you worried at all when you became pregnant about how the career and the industry was going to treat you? Because let's be honest, that is something as women we think about, right? I came up in a time where it was a taboo.
Illegal.
Yeah, it was like, yo, you gonna what? That's it. If you have a kid, your life's
It's a
over.
wrap.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
Like that.
Yeah.
Even in 2020, when we're supposed to be so far ahead and like far removed from these stereotypes and like ideas, like it's just like we exist so far beyond the confines of the regular stereotypes these days. When you see women doing what we do, why do you think having a baby would be any different? Because we can multitask.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're the best at it.
We're so good at it. We do it daily.
Absolutely.
So there were some fears projected onto me, and I had them internally, naturally. I think that's just like, you want to be the best version of yourself.
That's right.
And so naturally there's fear, but I think what fear does is push you in the direction you're supposed to be going. And like, there's that fire under you to make sure that certain things happen. Yeah. It's like, you know, walking on stilts. It's like, if you fall, I'm afraid, so I'm focusing more, you know? So fear is supposed to be a tool. So I think in motherhood, you use that fear as a tool and an instinct to push you more towards greatness.
And it's paying off for you.
Thank you so much.
And I love that everything is working out the way it's supposed to. I love seeing the underdog win. I mean, nothing is better than that.
Same. It's the best movies.
Absolutely. Do you remember at what point in your career, your long career, right, that you almost gave up?
Oh, there was a few times.
And you were like, I'm done. This is it. Like, my work isn't being appreciated the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple moments that were really, really hard. And I think a lot of them just highlighted some insecurities that I had to work through. And I think with every journey, there's this like visual I'm thinking of right now where there's a slide with a ball on it that's like just a straight slide. And then there's right next to it is a slide with all these dips in it. And the ball actually goes faster with the ones on the slide with the dips.
Yes.
Because it gains a certain type of momentum. So I feel like life is the same way. If it was just like straight and even keel, yeah, you'll get there, but not how you want to. And then when you have these lessons that you hit rock bottom, then you hit the top, and it juxtaposes how, you know, all of the feelings you feel, you get really magical places. And I think that's just what it is. Like, you got to hit rock bottom and want to give up, but turn around and do it anyway to know that you really, really want this.
What made you turn it around? Do you remember what you told yourself, what you practiced? Was it someone that helped you see, no, Victoria, you are going to keep going?
Yeah. I think there's like these private conversations that happen with friends and family members who have the right intentions for you and see how hard you've been working. And they're like, why would you give it up now? And some of it is an internal conversation that sounds like, girl, you know you love it. Like, you're not going to do anything else.
That's right.
So like, just keep going, because you're going to do it regardless of if you make it or not. It's just something that you enjoy. So like, do it and pass the time doing it.
Oh, man. So, it's hard, though, to get through that hurdle of believing in yourself.
It is.
Do you remember a decision you made that was one of the hardest decisions then, but was the best decision for you?
Oh, yeah. There was a really great decision that at the time felt pretty crazy and made some people working with me upset. But my manager, who's sitting right here, Rochelle, came onto my team and was just spitting game and giving me like insight on what moves I should make and like what looks good and like just guidance. And at the tour, I had a really big tour opportunity to open with this very big artist, and I was set to go.
Oh boy.
And Rochelle was like, I think you should like not and like focus on the music. I was like, what? No, that's like my booking agent, the artist, everyone's going to be so upset. Like, I'm here. And she was like, I know, but I think it's the right decision. So I listened to her and I made Jaguar. Yeah, it was like that. I was like, I'll just make it when I get back. And she's like, I think this is a pivotal time now.
Yeah.
Like, you're inspired by the number. It was at the time when I had a #1 on Billboard Hot 100, and I was like, I think I should be in front of the people. Let's just do this. And she was like, no, let's sit down, figure out like what the sonics are and make music. So big decision. And at the time I was like, oh my, it's like anxiety.
I can't believe you listened.
Me too. I'm a Taurus. I was like, wow, I must really trust this person, you know?
And you honored her last night.
Yes.
Right? That was amazing. How
Executive
was that?
of the Year.
Yeah. As an executive of the year, obviously trusting her guidance. how was that for you to honor somebody else? Because let's be honest, you're the star, you're the one in front of the cameras, you're always being honored. How did it make you feel to honor somebody else who was part of your team?
I think it's so important that you show the faces of people behind the scenes, and you give appreciation. I feel like it's a really big thing I believe in. Even on my posts, it's like I need to credit glam photographer like in the post so people can see who's behind everything. And I know that means people are looking and they're going to try and hire them. That's and that's great. But I think that everybody deserves thank yous and their flowers. And sometimes we wait until people are gone to do that. And if you do it along the way, it just feels so much better for everyone and like creates a workspace that feels like you belong and you're appreciated and your work is valued. So it felt really good to do that. And I was really happy that Billboard saw that in her.
That's right.
Because it's just facts.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that was a hard decision to not go on tour in that moment and trust her guidance. And it worked out the way it was supposed to.
Right. And I think it was important for her at that moment because she trusted her own instincts to tell me that. Because she probably had the feeling and was like, this girl is like on a high about this tour. Like, how am I going to break the news that she ain't going?
Right.
you know? So it says a lot about her leadership to like trust her own gut.
Yeah.
You know, she's really good at the gut feeling.
I mean, that was probably one of the best decisions that turned everything around.
100%. I don't know what I would have made after. Maybe I would have made something completely different. Maybe the producers I wanted to work with wouldn't have been available. It's just like so many like infinite decisions that could have changed, you know, based on that one decision. So
just all it takes is one.
Yeah.
Jaguar 2. We're waiting on the deluxe.
Yes, the deluxe is coming October 4th.
Let's go!
Yes, less than a month from now.
This is exciting.
I'm super excited.
So now, as an artist, like obviously nothing's going to replace our baby. We get it.
Right.
But do you feel like every time you put a body of work out that, you know, you're watching your baby go to school? Like you're getting them enrolled in school again?
It's very hard to let go because you're like, is this the right decision? And I think for me, after having success of Jaguar 2, there's a certain caliber of quality that people are expecting, and I'm like, I hope this meets that, you know, and it just kind of builds pressure. But I'm trying to release that because no matter what, I have more to offer after this, and then after the next project.
That's right.
So I'm just going to continue working, and it doesn't define me. Whatever I put out next, what I'm defined by is what I really believe in and who I am as a person. So no matter what the reviews are and all that, I just want to be happy with who I am as a person, really as mom.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
To be
Number
honest,
one priority.
It's
How
about
does
Hazel feel
right,
about you. That's,
right.
That's the only person that, you know, you care about.
Well, she'd rather listen to Dua Lipa right now, but not SOS. But like, she still loves me. I know she loves me.
Is there going to be more part of the Jaguar series?
This will be it. This puts an end to the Jaguar chapter. I'll always be a Jaguar at heart.
Right.
But as far as the titles of the bodies of work, this will be it.
It's
kind of sad.
I know. Oh my gosh.
I know.
This is Jaguar going to school.
Right.
That's
this is it.
They don't want you.
No, we're done here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so SOS, your song with Usher, will this be on the deluxe?
It'll be on the deluxe, yes.
Perfect.
So this is the first single off the deluxe.
So what does SOS stand for?
Ooh, it stands for Sex on Sight.
Oh, hello.
Well, hello there.
Okay, so how was this experience working with Usher?
Incredible. He's so incredible. From growing up watching this person to being in the studio, I still have just as much awe and admiration for him because as good as it looks from afar, it's just as great, if not greater, up close because you get to see his work ethic and how he treats people within the room, who surrounds him. He has a great energy surrounding him. His team is really accommodating. Just like everything makes so much sense. And I see why he's as successful as he is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like just the work ethic alone is just like really, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Know? So it's awesome.
So the song, did you guys make it before you did the tribute to him at the BET Awards? Okay, so it happened before you guys knew each other before the tribute.
Yes. Yeah, so this SOS happened in May, and there's another song we have together, which I believe was like March. I want to say March. Yeah, so like he didn't know that I was performing at the tribute. It was like a big surprise.
No.
Yeah.
That's
he
fun.
didn't know anything. I don't know if like anyone slipped him any information because like
Right.
he has friends throughout, but like the word is he didn't have any idea.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was really cool.
That's great.
We just wanted to do it justice.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's like such a huge moment. Like just remembering Beyonce do it, you know, growing up at the BET Awards. It's just like, whew.
The
all
tributes
right.
are important.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Giving people their flowers while they can smell them.
Isn't that so important?
Yes.
I feel like that is something that should be celebrated more, man.
For sure.
You know,
for
it's just
sure.
one of those things. Like sometimes I was actually speaking to Chloe. She actually stopped by the show
I
earlier.
saw her earlier today
Yes.
too.
And she's amazing.
Yeah, I love her.
And one of the things I love about her is that she shows so much love.
She does.
And I love that. And I think it's important, especially like in a time where it feels like if you show love, it's like, oh, you're doing too much. You're da-da-da. It's like, no, it's okay to be kind and love people and to express it while you see them.
Yeah.
Because life is fragile.
Right. Oh my God. Talk about it.
So I think that's beautiful that you were able to be part of this tribute and show Usher that and, you know, the impact that he's had.
Yeah.
Now, the video.
Yeah.
Victoria, we need to talk.
Let's
Wow. Very spicy, sexy, sensual, just all the great, you know, adjectives possible.
Yeah, it feels very warm to me. Like the horns, like the visual looks like what the horns feel like.
Yeah.
Just artful and like romantic and fantasy based and warm. So it was really cool. We did it within 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, the man's busy. So he had to do like the cover shoot for the artwork and the visualizer and like liners and like the kids are running around. So Hazel's there, his babies are there, Jen's there. Like just felt like a cool family environment, but we had to get to work. So like it was really awesome. And everybody on set was just super like on it.
Yeah.
You know, precise because he was just preparing to take off for his Past, Present, Future tour. So he made the time to do that.
That's really sweet.
Just grateful. Yeah.
Okay, so did you get shy at all? Like when you guys are standing so close to each other? I mean, you can feel each other's breath.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm watching, I'm like, they are really close. Like,
well, I feel like we have to do it so often, like on stage with different dancers and like
fair.
It's just a part of the performance.
Yeah.
So not really. And I think maybe if I hadn't met him before and worked together, I might have been like, oh my God, I cannot do this. It's Usher. But I feel like there's comfortability there because of the studio sessions and everything. So.
You know, imagine if someone farted at that moment.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that would be a good TikTok.
I was like, oh my God.
Hey, we are too close. Was it you?
It was it. Everyone's pointing at each other.
Yes, the Spider-Man meme.
Yes. So great. Okay, so how did you get ready for the tribute for Usher? Is it I heard it was a short kind of runaway for you and Teyana Taylor when you guys were working together. Was it 48 hours or something like that? Is that true?
I think it was 2.5 days or so. She was just coming back from Milan.
Okay.
She had just went viral, and I feel like it was a Versace fashion show.
Oh, yes.
Right? It was that same week. This girl comes and like learns everything and sings and dances and like she's just incredible. So the process was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I think just between my rehearsals for my solo performance and then rehearsing for the tribute, it was probably like 16-hour days, but I was elated to do it. It was my first live award show performance, and BET gave me that platform. So I was like, I need to show out. I need to do everything that I'm supposed to do. And it was just a really inspiring time. I had Hazel coming in and out of rehearsals so that I didn't feel like I was missing too much for I was rehearsing for 2 weeks for my performance, and then the week of started kind of putting things together for the tribute.
That is so awesome.
It was really great. Like I felt like there's this like certain momentum that you feel and like energy. You're like, okay, I'm so excited to do this. I've always dreamed of doing this. And then the day comes and you just got to get pushed out onto the stage and like, okay, show us what you've been rehearsing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make it good.
I mean, that's a short amount of time to rehearse, but you and Teyana killed it.
Yeah, she's incredible.
I feel like
shout out to Aisha. Francis, like pulling choreography together as well.
Yeah. It's hard work.
My neck was so sore. The first day she was like, whip and whip and whip and fall to the floor. I was like,
I'm a mom now.
Yeah, I know. And she's a mom too. She has
Yeah.
you understand. But no, it was great. She's incredible.
But you know what? I don't feel like this is technically you and Teyana's first performance. We saw you guys dancing in the club.
We were not performing. We were drunk. Okay, we were just dancing.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
How would you describe Teyana Taylor's work ethics and her dancing skills?
I think she's a firecracker. It's very New York.
Yeah.
It's just like, it gives hard work. It gives boss. It gives like very, very beautiful inside and out, professional. I could say so much about her, but like, it was an honor to share the stage. That was our first time actually sharing a stage together.
That's right.
And it was awesome. Like the rehearsal footage, when we decided to release that, we were so delirious because she's jet lagged and I'm like on my 12th hour. And we were just like all over the place. Aisha was like, I cannot do it with these girls. What is going on? It was just like, but it was a great time. Yeah. And I'm glad we were able to do it.
And
together.
All came together.
Yeah. You know, it was on the last day of Pride. So like for BET to let the gal dem do it together,
it's amazing.
I feel like it was fire.
It was remarkable seeing the both of you.
Yes.
I just felt like, I feel, not that I'm Usher, but I felt like Usher would have been proud watching this. You know? Did you have a chance to talk to him about it after or anything?
Yeah, I mean, right after, he was like, thank you guys so much. Like, you guys killed it. You guys did such a great job. So I was like, oh, thank you. We saw him in the hallway. He was like having to take photos and it's like chaos backstage, but he just still made the time to be like, thank you so much for doing that. So, and then Beyonce posted it. Crazy.
And what did you think in that moment?
I passed out a little. I had to be brought back with salt. I was like, oh
Give her salt.
My God.
Give her salt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was insane. I was so thankful just to, you know, these people you look up to literally your whole life, and then just to know that they know you exist. But not only that, to like appreciate your work and applaud your work is like, you can't ask for much better.
Yeah.
You know,
than
a collaboration.
Right.
So, the next step is just a collaborate. So we did it with Usher. We got an Usher collaboration now. You know, I'm manifesting in some way, some shape, some form with Beyonce. You know, like I'd love to write music or like
something.
Whatever. Yeah.
Anything.
Can we hang out? I'll drink Sir Davis, you know.
Right. I love that.
Yes.
That's so beautiful. You know what I love is that you are a fan. You still care about the music. Like, you know, sometimes, I'm not saying everybody, but at times you're a big star now, right? But you still have that gratitude, that excitement, that you still want to work with the icons and the legends.
God,
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not above it.
No, I will never be.
Yeah.
Not once will I
I
ever
love
be.
that.
Thank you.
That's special. Don't ever change. Please don't ever change.
And I don't think it's possible.
Yeah. Hazel's not going to let you change.
No, not at all. I'm going to have to pay her for her feature too. Right. She's going to change before me.
I want to talk about your journey so long. And for a lot of us, yes, we're seeing, you know, the fruits of your labor now.
Yes.
But you've been in the game for a long time as a songwriter.
Yeah.
You co-wrote a lot of songs with Ariana Grande.
Yes.
How would you describe working with Ariana Grande?
I feel like sisterhood. It feels like sisterhood. Like if we don't like something, we talk about it and we move on.
Yeah.
If we love something, we're giggly and obsessed and like in onesies with sleepovers. It just feels very sisterly. We've been working together, I want to say since 2014.
Wow, that's a long time.
Long time. Long time. When I first met her, she had red hair.
What? Okay.
It was like that.
Taking it back. Taking it back.
Ago. Yes. So, yeah, it's been like a long journey together, and we have a mutual respect for each other. Even when we're not working together, it's just like I want to see her win. I want to see her be the biggest star ever, and I'm so excited for Wicked. Yeah. I've seen like the previews.
Yes.
The commercials look insane.
Absolutely.
Her and Cynthia have so much chemistry on camera together, so I'm excited to see that. And it's been a dream of hers. Like the first time I saw Wicked was at her house, like because she has the Broadway films and in like I want to say VHS, like in her house in Florida. So she introduced me to it, and to know years later she has a role in the movie of it is just like I'm so happy for her.
You guys are all about manifestation. We need to go play the lottery or something because I feel like with your luck right now, I mean, we might win a little something. Let's go. Let's go. Is there a song that you worked on with Ariana Grande that you wish you would have kept for yourself?
No, no. Like it would have made $2 with my at the time, you know, to be real. But also, I feel like everything that I worked with her on was for her.
That's right.
God ordained it so that it's her songs, you know, and I have no regrets about any of our catalog and time spent together. Like, it's all exactly how it was meant to be. And I feel like she feels the same way. Like, there's not a song on my album she's like, well, she should have gave that to me.
Right.
We're so happy for each other and thankful for our time shared, and whatever we do separately is celebrated just as much as the things we do together. It's just how it is.
You have such a positive outlook.
I try. I
You
really try.
do.
And you know, Hazel can get under that skin sometimes. The terrible twos.
It's real.
Ooh-wee. I definitely got a lot of patience from that era.
That's so great.
But yeah, I try to be positive.
Yeah.
You know, there's enough negativity in the world.
Oh,
so.
absolutely. People on the internet go hard for you. You know,
They do.
They go very
They
hard.
really do. I appreciate it so much.
I love that you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Last year, people wanted you to perform at the VMAs.
Yeah.
And you responded by saying that your team was told by the network that, you know, you were too early in your story
Right.
to get that opportunity. And you said that you're going to just keep on working. That like you did not take it in any other like negative way.
Yeah.
How do you, I guess, protect that positive outlook instead of lashing out, saying something negative or nasty? You said, okay, that just means I need to keep on working.
Yeah.
How do you hold on to that positive outlook?
I think that it is the same Grammy mentality. It's like, I just love to do this and I want to get better regardless of whatever accolade is supposed to come of it. So I'm doing this for me, not so much, you know, for a deadline. Like I need the award now. I need the hit now. It's just something that I love to do. So it's like oozing and it's just like my existence. So it just helps maintain a healthy mindset when you don't have expectations. Like the expectation effect can really deter your journey. It's like really make certain things not feel good when originally when you were creating them they felt magical. So don't worry about it yet. You know,
That's
it's not
hard to
time
hold
yet.
on to.
It's definitely really difficult to do, and there's maybe milliseconds of like, damn.
Right.
And then you're like, well, you know, you change your attitude. If you can't change what's happening, you change your attitude towards it. So like I have no control over what they're going to say and do.
That's
right. So
right.
I got to change myself more than change them.
That's right.
You know, so.
Did you at all get petty or feel vindicated when you got nominated for 7 Grammys?
I'm not going to lie. It did feel good to see my fans be able to be like, see, I wasn't wrong.
Right.
You know, like I believed in something that actually other people see my vision too. And that, like the Grammys have the same taste as me, or Grammy voters see what I see. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's cool, but I don't have any ill will to like,
of course,
the VMAs. Like,
I
hope
the
you
VMAs.
fall, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll continue to watch it. Yeah. Won't be going.
Oh, come on. I'm going to be hosting the pre-show.
Are you serious? I've already made other
plans. Let's get this right. But no, I just love that you're so positive. You don't you don't let it harbor any bitterness.
It only affects you and like your aura and the people around you. I feel like if I'm bitter, people around me can feel it, Hazel can feel it, and it's not helpful.
Yeah.
So
do you feel like this is something you've learned over time, or have you always been this way?
Like I feel like probably maybe this way to a fault. Because I sometimes maybe it would manifest as really not sticking up for myself. Yeah. And like it looks like I just like a pushover. And sometimes it's like, oh, you have a really great ability to let go or forgive. And so sometimes it's healing. So it can go either way. Like maybe people will be like, girl, if you don't, you know, other people who have a little bit more of a fire. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think my fire exists on stage, and that's when I can be like the other person. Yeah. You know, like the aggressive Jaguar. But off stage, you probably wouldn't hear me yell unless we're on a roller coaster. Yeah. So.
You know what? It was kind of like, I remember you stopped rehearsals, you stepped out, you got on a live, you know, to clarify the whole, you were dragged in this whole situation between JT and Glorilla. Yeah. And it was someone.
Oh, it was Glorilla?
It was.
Oh,
it was like this back and forth.
I actually met both of them since then. I'm so glad.
And they're both so sweet.
So sweet.
So sweet.
And Glorilla is hilarious to me. hilarious. She's so fun and funny.
But you felt like it was important to clarify that you didn't like any mean post about anybody. It was a previous employee and they were
Yeah.
using your account, and you were compelled to stop what you were doing
Oh,
and
yeah.
clarify that was not you. You're not okay with it, and admitting that you had to let that person go.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think that's, I guess, where I would draw the line is if you put me against my girls, then I feel like, okay, that's where I can stand up for myself and be like, I think there's not space for you in my world, and let that person go. But yeah, it's really important for people to know that I don't condone and support like that, especially putting Black women against each other. It's like, no. It's a no for me, dog. No.
And the boundaries, because, hearing this conversation with you, you are so nice and sweet. So
you.
for when you set a boundary, it's a boundary. It's real.
Well, some people say it's probably a little more scary when I'm mad because it's like I'm not yelling. So they're like, you might kill me. You know what I mean? So I do want to make sure I have boundaries, and I think I'm getting better at setting those and speaking up. And it's probably because I'm protecting a certain aura and space that my daughter exists in. So I'm like, now it's more than about me. For me, I can handle it, but for my family, I can't. So
I love this.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Because it's my space that impacts our daughter.
Yes.
And
Your
I need
happiness
it.
can be felt.
Yes.
It's like within 9 feet of you, we can feel what you feel. So
Absolutely.
and the kid's going to be right here. So like, if she can feel it, I can't let that happen.
That's right.
So.
When you also decided that you were going to take care of yourself, you dropped out of a couple festivals.
Yes.
Now, how was Hazel happy to spend more time with you?
She was. She really was. Yeah. It always feels good to have quality time. She just makes me feel so much better. Like whatever's happening in the world, it's like you look at her and you're like, I did a good thing.
Yeah.
No matter what. Very validating.
But was that hard for you to not go to the festivals?
I hate it. I hate it. I want to be a woman of my word. I want to show up when I'm supposed to show up. I want fans not to be disappointed.
Right.
And so it's just definitely a hard situation to kind of battle with.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to choose yourself, and heal up when you need to. So
Yeah. Are you comfy to share what happened? And it's okay if not.
no,
Don't worry. Don't worry. Next. No worries.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to, it's hard to take care of ourselves and to set boundaries.
Yeah, for sure.
And for someone who's been wanting what you have now for so long, right? Think about the hard work, the reflection, and to put yourself first.
Yeah.
That is the answer, right?
Right.
Like it must be that serious
Right.
for you to do that.
Yeah.
Because you would give yourself to
Oh,
the
we're
stage
pushing
all day, every day.
We're pushing till the wheels fall off.
That's right.
But if they fall off, we can't go anywhere. So it's like, that's an important thing to remember. And as much as music industry is a business, we are people. So it's like we go through ebbs and flows. We can't just be a product that you can remake in a factory and like replace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just, the human part is the part where I think fans and people, we need that understanding, sometimes. And it happens to the best of the best. It happens to newcomers. It's just like every human has those days. And like just how, anyone in a corporation would get sick days. Sometimes the artist needs those days too. So
I love how you put that.
yeah,
Because I think it's a reminder that artists are humans,
Yeah.
have feelings, experience pain, happiness, joy, all these
Oh,
feelings.
do we?
Right? Like
to
it's
the
everything.
extreme.
Yeah.
To the extreme. You hear the songs.
Oh, we
So,
hear it and we love
yes,
it because we can
yes.
relate to it.
Right.
I want to talk a little bit about some mom stuff. Okay.
Okay.
You spoke about your pregnancy and your unexpected C-section, right?
Yes.
And they took your daughter to the NICU. And this experience, now that I'm a mom, I
Yeah.
really understand that fear.
Did you have that experience?
I did.
Really? Was
Yes.
it emergency C-section?
It was. And so I really, my heart, like, I don't know. It's just, I felt for you at that when I
Yes.
heard that. What would you say is the best piece of advice or tip you would give to an expecting mother after your experience and your knowledge and your wisdom now, something that you wish you would have had?
Yeah. I mean, I think that motherhood is a time for community also, because sometimes when you think of motherhood, you're like, well, I'm responsible for this human and I need to be able to do everything. You know, us women will be the people who try to carry all the groceries in one trip.
Yes.
Like, we have to organize the household and clean and look dainty and like all these expectations.
Yes.
And here we are again with the expectation effect. But I think that motherhood is a chance to delegate. Ooh. It's a chance to ask for help and actually receive it happily. Because like it's also, I've seen it, you know, with other moms around. They're like, they want help maybe from their moms, and they're like, but she doesn't understand. She don't do it how I would do it. It's like all these things that come into play, but you have to let people love you in that way of asking for help. Yeah. And that's okay. Like for me, just right after having the C-section, for some reason, they don't allow you to go to the NICU until you're able to walk. And so the way I was trying to heal myself, my own like C-section, I was like, I'm getting up, see my baby. And like, and so I had to literally ask for help. I had to ask for John's help, the doctor's help, and like, everybody, please, like, show me the way. It's like, and instinctively, you're like, I know how to breastfeed, but you're like, you don't.
No.
This is your first time. The nurse is going to have to help you learn how to get your nipple sucked.
That's
the right way.
And it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
And you're going to have to go through it and ask for help. Like, from engorgement to like wiping.
Absolutely.
help.
Get me up. I can't.
My shoes, help. Please, I can't see my feet or put my shoes on. It's like, that's when you get to let people show you they love you. By helping you.
Was that hard for you to let happen?
Oh my God, yeah. I'm such an independent, like, I will suffer in silence in my little room and then come out like, everything's fine.
That's
but
right.
Low-key, there's a tornado has gone through my whole space.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just definitely helped me ask for help, and it traveled into my workspace, like, you know, with my team, with my friends, like letting people know where I'm at.
Isn't that something beautiful?
Yeah.
I feel like you mentioned you're a Taurus, right?
Yes. Are you
I'm
a
Taurus?
Okay.
Okay. See, we're on to something here.
Yes. It's making sense.
Maybe it's the universe teaching us a lesson that, one, we're not in control. Oof, and two,
that's
we need
hard.
Very hard. Very hard
think
for us.
that we have,
but we're not.
Yeah.
And I think it's allowing help.
Yeah.
I think we just...
Is that a Taurus thing or a mom thing?
Probably a combination.
Okay.
So that makes it like harder on us. We're double down.
Us bullheaded people were like, I don't need it.
I don't need it. It's fine.
Limps away. Yes.
You had actually spoke to Self Magazine about this, and you said after having Hazel, you went through a difficult time, depression.
Yeah.
What would you say for a mother who may be going through a hard time? What can she do from your experience that may help her get through that?
I think you have to remember that you're in an altered state. I think one big thing that women do, and I did it too, was I heard about postpartum depression. I was like, wait until I give it a try, give it a go. I'll be so good at it and like heal myself and like I'll just, you know. But it's not a controllable thing. Your hormones,
that's right,
are organized differently suddenly, and it's a traumatic experience. So you have to just remember that that's not you. And I think that if you remove, almost like you're on, for lack of a better example, a drug. Like, you know, when you sent that drunk text, that wasn't really me.
That wasn't me.
I wouldn't have done that if I was sober. It was just, you know, I was affected.
Yeah.
So, you know, postpartum can be the same way, but it's another opportunity again to ask for help. Let people know when you're not okay. There's so many changes that happen with your body, your mental space, and your responsibilities and what you have to protect and provide. You just have to remember, like, it's not you and it's not permanent. Oof. Like, just go through it.
That's right.
And everyone around you will have grace.
Absolutely.
Or at least they shouldn't. If they don't have grace, get them out of there.
Fast.
You're out of there.
Did this experience make you appreciate your mom?
Yes. Oh my God. Like, as soon as I got home, I was like, thank you, Mom. I'm like, I did not really like give you your flowers.
Yeah.
And thinking about even like the first 6 weeks of like coming home, I'm like, damn, she did this for 35 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much like, and she's still mothering me to
Isn't
this
that beautiful?
day. Yes. And I'm just like, okay, so it's forever. Great.
And ever.
And ever. Because even when you pass away, you're going to be an angel still trying to figure out how to protect your child, you know? So it's for everything. And I definitely appreciate my mom So much more.
I mean, that's why, you paid homage with On My Mama.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so how did she feel when she heard that song?
It was her favorite. She was like, song about me, girl. She was feeling herself. Rightfully so.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
You had posted that the music video for that changed everything.
Yeah.
Changed the game for you.
Yes.
In which way?
I think that just like being a hit song, like being a smash, I think it just got people to look my way more. The video had so many talking points culturally that I feel like it made me relevant in a lot of different scenarios, whether it be like retro fashion conversations or like meme conversations or like other moms.
My favorite, your mom is in it.
My mom, yeah, like my mom and then my daughter. It like a little bit of comedy, some of the fashion things, or as far as being inspired by Maya. It's just like this conversation about what used to be and nostalgia brings people together, and then to be the reference point in the video, and then introduce other like kids to what was happening, because maybe that was the first time they saw a tall T. They're like, wait, what?
It was so good.
Wait, what? Jabot jeans? What?
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's such a great time.
Yeah,
Gosh,
right. That's a prime high school years. I was like, yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, it felt like a costume party.
Yeah.
Like when people throw their themes, like, oh, we're gonna do 70s theme. It just like gets everybody in that mood. I feel like it took a lot of people back to like early 2000s and that vibe. And like dance. Dance really brings people together. So
it was amazing.
Thank you.
When you pay homage, because there was a little bit of a conversation online about your song All Right. Now,
Yes.
I think you're paying homage to Michael Jackson because of Smooth Criminal, the connection, right?
Yes.
Are you also paying homage to other people in it? Or is it just Michael?
Originally, it was just Michael Jackson, but the song title is All Right, which Janet has a song called All Right, and the suits lend itself to homage to her, so it feels like a Jackson's
kind of
and it's facts.
Yeah.
Like the suit actually came from Michael Jackson, but when we were in it, and some of the movements have Janet in it too.
Okay.
So I would say fashion wise, just for the hooks, the suit is actually a Michael Jackson suit, but obviously Janet wore them too. But choreography wise, there's nods to Janet in it too, and then the song title, like All Right, it all makes so much sense. But the Jacksons are my favorite. I love the Jacksons.
People go hard for you on the internet. So
They
that
do.
conversation was like this.
I love starting the conversation about art. It's like when you go to a museum, you're like, what do you think? What do you see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are like, well, I see, So I think that the music video did the same thing, which I love. And it's not like talking about like this, who's talking about who. It's like, it's about art. And so I think that's what's supposed to happen, is like conversations about what people think about art, and I love that.
You're getting so much praise, and I know you're not looking for validation. I know, but I think it's amazing. Obviously you worked with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh my God!
And wait, did you see what Verdine White said about you?
Where?
Okay, he said that you're the one, and you're going to end up being an icon. Now. Yes. So Verdine said this. Where was this at, Katrina? I see the red carpet. I think at the Grammys. It was at the Grammys. Yes, it was at the Grammys. And someone had,
I did see this interview.
Yes. It's that same one. So how is that full circle for you? Like, here you are. Obviously, you love working with the legends and icons.
Yeah.
But then for them to speak so highly of you on their own.
It just means a lot, because I know they've seen everybody and their mom.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning of their careers, like they've seen so many people come and go, and so many talents. They've seen them live. So like just for them to have that regard for me, it's just like, yeah, all right.
You're on the right track.
Do this. Yes. It means a lot. It definitely means a lot. And I just want to continue to make them proud. I want them to feel like they're leaving music in good hands.
That's right.
And not, there's lots of different changes in music, and everyone, deserves to be heard with their style. But I feel like just being recognized by musicians of that caliber just like hits so different.
Who would have thought? Did you think you were going to get all of this?
No. I wanted it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe my subconscious self did.
Maybe I manifested
maybe I did do a little something razzle dazzle, but I feel like God really has the biggest plans for me, and He definitely has my front and my back, and He's been guiding me through all this and protecting me, because I know the music industry can be a really amazing place, but it can be really dark.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been moving towards like people with light, and
Isn't that
that's my
beautiful?
collaborations.
I love it. All right, before you run out of here, just a little fun game
Okay.
to learn more about who you really are, the tourist that you are, okay? So, would you rather deal, if you were giving advice to your friend and they were asking you some like, hey, what should I deal with? Like, as far as when it comes to a relationship, a loving cheater or a boring, faithful person?
Boring, faithful person.
Yeah.
Please.
Learn from my mistakes in
Please,
life. Yeah.
boring. Let's go to sleep together. You know what I mean? Let's watch movies together. And what defines boring? Maybe they find roller coasters boring.
Right, yeah. But go with the boring, faithful person.
Yeah,
do yourself a
someone
favor.
who loves, to be with only you.
Yes.
Not only for like ego purposes, but for like safety. That's nasty.
Exactly. Okay, dinner and a movie or going to the bowling alley and a bar. What would you prefer?
Is there food at the bowling alley?
We can make it. There be food.
Because as long as there's food, us tourists love to eat.
That's
so
right.
wherever there's food, I probably would say bowling alley and a bar because it's a little more active and competitive.
Yeah.
So you can talk smack to each other
competitive.
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Just talk smack to each other and like eat food and then have a little like spirits.
Yeah. Okay, winning $500 million in the lottery.
So I'm just kidding.
Or finding your soulmate.
500 mil, babe.
That is the soulmate.
That is my soul mate. I can double it too.
Let's go. We need to go to the lottery because your
Seriously.
manifestation and luck right now. Katrina's a big gambler.
Are you?
So every time you started walking down that path,
Lotto's up right now.
the lot.
Wait, are you like lotto gambling, or are you like games like sports?
Turn
So
it
the
up.
machines too, they just press buttons.
Machines, cards.
The slots.
It's something with like
You can use your brain. You can control it. Okay. So what game are you good at?
I like blackjack.
Can we go to Vegas?
Look at
Like I
the
feel like
mom's
me and
night
you.
out.
Yeah. Okay. We can do this.
Love it.
We can-
This is such a great idea.
We gonna win 500 mil tomorrow.
And last question.
Okay.
Would you save 500 strangers or one loved one?
Oh my God. That's terrible. Can I just go? And everybody else go?
In our game,
Stays?
yes. You
Okay.
can do that.
Great. And I'll be an angel and protect everyone.
Yeah,
Just
I like
make me a
this.
fabulous angel dress.
I know.
Lord, I beg.
And then you, Katrina, and myself can have a mom night out playing the lottery.
Yes.
And gambling. You could tell I don't gamble because I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, flip. I'm just, this is me at the board.
This is it. I'm just like, pull whatever,
Hit,
do whatever. She's made me spend so much money on lottery tickets, and we've never won.
lottery tickets.
Victoria,
Dollars can win you 500 million. Why not take the chance?
Victoria, do you think we need to stop spending our money on lottery tickets?
Use my spidey senses. No, because it's fun. It's fun.
Okay, route this
If
out.
if it's $2,
Yes.
it's fun.
Ugh,
Yeah.
it
$2
is
a day.
entertainment. Yeah, for
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for stopping
Thank
by. We have been
you.
waiting for this moment for such a long time because we're so proud of you. We love what
Aw,
you're doing.
thank
And
you
I
so
just
much.
love seeing the underdog win.
Let's go.
It is something so special. And thank you for, I always thought you were going to have good aura and good energy, but like meeting you and feeling it even more, it's been an honor. It's a
Thank
privilege to be here.
Thank you so
And
much. I got to come back.
Please,
With
anytime.
lotto tickets.
I hope you come back soon.
I will.
And I'm so happy for all of your success. I will pray that the universe continues to protect you and your family.
Thank you so much.
And I wish
Same for you.
Oh,
And
thank you.
congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.
Please,
we are
I need
gonna
a
send you
copy.
one because
Okay,
like
I'll
we're so
buy
proud
it.
of it. Oh, thank you. And fun fact, me and Colin, all of our proceeds go back to our nonprofit. So
Oh, wow.
we're not keeping anything. It's really, an inspirational time, and we just want to, we do our best to try to do good
Pay
in
it
this
forward.
world. So that's
Good
what it's all
people.
about.
Good people.
But
Thank you.
anytime you're ever in New York and you feel like stopping by or
I'll
need a
be
babysitter,
here.
Katrina and I, we're good. Katrina, do a twinkle twinkle. Like let's see if twinkle twinkle. We'll see if Hazel thinks we're good enough. We'll
You
see
know,
if-
all you have to do is play Dua Lipa and she'll be sold.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
We're
Yes.
past Twinkle Twinkle.
She's on Baby Shark. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you,
course. Thank
guys.
you.